Hey, good morning, folks. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. It's quite a rainy period for the next 24 hours, so I'll show that to you. And of course, we have the colder temperatures on the way. And of course, we have Halloween, and of course, we have snow showers too. Nothing that we can't handle, nothing that's really out of the ordinary. I was telling my wife that, Halloween, plus or minus a day, almost always has the first flakes of snow somewhere around Michigan. All right, so look at the solid white cloudiness, the plume of moisture heading our way, and you'll see it on radar too. And then look at the curl in the clouds out to the west in the northern Rockies with that other bright area of white cloudiness. Hey, good morning, Greg Trombley. So several storm systems to deal with. Now, here's the radar for today, and it's a pretty simple look, really. Just stuff feeding from the south and west and areas of showers. So we've got an area coming through Saginaw, Flint, Bay City, Alma, the Thumb now, and then we have more stretched back to the southwest. You can see that here. You can see all the rain lined up back into northwest Illinois, into Iowa, into Missouri, all heading up along that front and heading our way for today. So I'm going to call today a wet day. Here's first off the high resolution rapid refresh model. There you go. Muskegon soggy this morning, says Rose Mitchell. Definitely. All right, so radar forecast. Let's go to noon. And the southern part of the state could get into the warm sector and dry out. This is this afternoon as the rain lifts into the north. And then as we go into the evening hours, more rain shifts back into the southeast. So just depends on where you're at, I guess should say, if you're going to be wet or not. In the north, you're going to be wet. In the south, you will dry out and have some, maybe not sunshine, certainly not much sunshine, but warmer temperatures this afternoon. I'll show that to you in a second too. So here's your radar forecast again. Main area of rain shifting into northern lower Michigan this morning into early afternoon, and then the whole thing shifting to the east overnight tonight. This is tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks fairly quiet, but the cold front comes through, and there's the cold front right there in the evening on Friday. I'll show that to you in temperatures. And then, yes, you see the blue instead of the green. You know what that means? That means that we're looking at some snow showers in spots. The UP, higher elevations, northwest lower Michigan, and more so as we head toward Halloween. Here is the European model, and showing again the showers today, tomorrow, and then Saturday dries out a little bit between storm systems. The next storm system in Saturday night into Sunday, and then is when the colder air comes down. So this is Monday, midday. You can have some snow showers in northern parts of lower Michigan, and this right here is trick-or-treat time on Halloween. Okay, so 8 o'clock at night. It's a lake effect pattern of some spotty showers, but it's not a real big rain in other places. So cool, maybe a little damp, but it doesn't look like a soaker just yet, or a lot of white stuff. Now, November 1st in the morning, when we wake up, we could have some lake effect snow showers around. And then we go into late next week, and we might even have a warm up on the way. All right, now let's look at the temperatures. So as we go into this afternoon, we get into near 70 or low 70s. Grand Rapids to Saginaw to Flint, definitely Ann Arbor, Oakland County, Detroit area, Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Jackson, And look at overnight, we stay warm. Temperatures only down into the 60s overnight. And then we go to Friday afternoon, we're warm again, approaching 70 degrees, but there's the cold front. Okay, so this is Friday evening, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to have falling temperatures for some football games on the northwest half of Lower Michigan. And by the time we get to Saturday morning, we're some 20 degrees colder. Yes, Susan Wallace, it is almost balmy out there this morning. Going to stay that way for today, tonight, and most of Friday. Now, the European model on its temperatures. Again, showing the same thing, the surge of warmth on Friday, the first surge of a cool down on Saturday, and then notice the second surge of a cool down on Sunday, taking us to highs in the maybe 50 on Sunday. And then notice the next surge of a cool down coming in for Monday. And that's the way things work as far as this time of the year when cold advances on Michigan. It kind of comes at us in waves, usually 3 or 4 waves it takes before the coldest air settles back in. So, near 70 today in southern 2/3 of the state. Tomorrow, near 70 again, even in the 60s in Traverse City. Saturday, cooler, still near 60 in the far south, but only in the upper 40s Traverse City and only in 30s western UP. Sunday, 40s in the south and low 40s in the north. Monday, high temperatures 47 in Detroit to maybe not cracking 40 in some of the Traverse City area and northern parts of Lower Michigan. That might be a little bit overdone by a couple of degrees, but regardless, whether it's 38 or 42, it's going to be chilly. Now, this is Halloween, and we're looking at temperatures in the 40s, so start picking out the costume for the kids. That's a little bit on the warm side. Hey, good morning, Levon Caraba. Thursday in the 40s, Friday 40s and 50s, Saturday back approaching 60 degrees as we do have a sign of a warm-up as we get toward November 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, something like that. Warm-up as in 50s and maybe an afternoon temperature in the 60s for some of us. All right, let's look at just what the current radar looks like, and you can see a couple of areas of rain. So that area of rain moving across the thumb now will shift north and east and will tend to start to dry out as we get into the afternoon for the southern half of Lower Michigan. So there's a lot going on in this weather. The main thing is it's warm for the next 24 to 36 hours. And then in comes the cool down, but it's not a march into winter. It lets up, and first week in November, later in the first week in November, it looks like we get back to some temperatures where we can get the leaves taken care of and stuff like that. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.